Before Robert Downey Jr. became a household name, before mugshots, courtrooms, and whispered gossip, his life was quietly shaped by a childhood that looked artistic but was chaotic underneath. His father, an underground filmmaker immersed in counterculture, prized creativity over discipline, rebellion over obedience, and exposed his son to adult realities far too early, including drugs. This environment nurtured brilliance but normalized instability. Early exposure to substances wires a developing brain to rely on chemicals for emotional relief before coping mechanisms develop. For Downey, addiction wasn't rebellion. It was continuity. Surrounded by adults who treated excess as authenticity, he learned intensity was admirable, restraint unnecessary. By the time he began acting seriously, the groundwork for self-destruction was laid, setting the stage for a life where creativity and chaos would coexist dangerously, making his genius inseparable from his vulnerabilities. Downey didn't enter Hollywood seeking fame, he grew up inside it. Film sets replaced classrooms, directors replaced parents, and applause replaced accountability. Acting wasn't a career, it was oxygen. From a young age, he learned that brilliance excused difficulty and fascination mattered more than stability. Early performances crackled with intelligence and unpredictability. Casting directors couldn't teach it, audiences felt it instinctively. Yet, while his career accelerated, his inner world remained unstructured. Fame removed friction instead of grounding him. Mistakes were reframed as eccentricities, warnings dismissed as temperament. Hollywood enabled his brilliance while ignoring private costs. The industry rewarded public success while neglecting the private spiral. Downey was the perfect candidate for indulgence. Electric on screen, unstable off it, setting a pattern where talent excused chaos until consequences became unavoidable. One of the most unsettling ironies of Downey's early career was portraying characters whose struggles mirrored his own. In an iconic role, he played a privileged young man unraveling under addiction, a life collapsing despite charm, opportunity, and talent. Critics praised the realism, unaware it wasn't acting but lived experience. Being lauded for portraying dysfunction carries danger. It reinforces the idea that chaos is productive. Downey's addiction became a defining part of his brand. Instead of intervention, acclaim gave momentum to the spiral. Hollywood mistook authenticity for control, failing to see he was living in darkness, not accessing it at will. This blur between performance and reality rewarded behavior that should have set off alarms, making it harder to intervene and signaling to him and the industry that brilliance could coexist with self-destruction without immediate consequence. When Downey received an Academy Award nomination for portraying Charlie Chaplin, it appeared to mark stability and arrival. From the outside, it was validation of talent and resilience. Behind the scenes, pressure intensified. He was expected to sustain brilliance without addressing fragility. Addiction thrives where excellence is demanded, but vulnerability is penalized. The Oscar reinforced the illusion that consequences could be outrun. Success postponed collapse, it did not prevent it. Downey continued to struggle privately while the world celebrated publicly. The recognition meant to anchor him instead became another tool in a dangerous dynamic. Applause replacing accountability, brilliance masking chaos. Even acclaim from peers could not disrupt the destructive patterns established in his formative years. This moment illustrates the paradox of high-functioning addiction. The higher the success, the more the fall is delayed but not avoided. By the mid-1990s, Downey's struggles were impossible to ignore. Arrests piled up, drug possession, probation violations, erratic behavior. Judges offered treatment, studios offered second chances, public sympathy lingered. Yet the cycle persisted. One infamous incident crystallized his public image. Intoxicated, he wandered into a stranger's home and fell asleep. The surreal event became tabloid gold, devastating credibility. Hollywood had seen this story before, and few endings were happy. Fame insulated him temporarily, but consequences mounted. Each misstep heightened scrutiny, amplifying the disconnect between public brilliance and private instability. The visibility that elevated him also intensified his spiral, making every fall a spectacle. Concerns shifted from care to exhaustion, signaling the limits of patience for fans and insiders alike. At this stage, survival required intervention, yet the structure to support it remained insufficient. Prison marked the collapse of illusion. For the first time, charm, talent, and influence offered no protection. Downey confronted a life unmanageable without mediation. The isolation stripped away identity in ways fame never could. Hollywood moved quickly. Projects recast, conversations ceased, insurance refused coverage. This was not punishment, it was economics. Reliability outweighed talent. Downey became famous but unwanted, recognizable yet professionally exiled. Opportunities evaporated quietly. There was no dramatic announcement. The experience forced introspection and laid the foundation for recovery, which required discipline, honesty, and long-term commitment. Prison became a crucible. He had to confront consequences fully and personally, without glamour or mediators. Survival demanded a radical acceptance of responsibility and a willingness to rebuild from zero, emphasizing structure over charisma. Television offered a narrow opening, and Downey reminded audiences why they loved him. Praise and awards returned, hope resurfaced, but relapse struck again. Arrests during production forced studios to remove him, turning a potential redemption arc into confirmation that trust had to be earned. Talent alone was insufficient. Reliability became the currency. The optics were brutal. Even when given a second chance, the industry and the public could not assume stability. This stage illustrated the pattern of high-functioning addiction. Talent delays consequences, but repeated cycles threaten recovery. Downey had to relearn accountability under scrutiny. Success alone could not protect him. Survival depended on consistency. Each setback was a test, and each opportunity carried risk. The early 2000s were marked by rejection, scrutiny, and relentless self-work. No blockbuster offers, no safety nets. Sobriety became survival, not image. Downey committed to structure. Therapy replaced denial, routine replaced chaos, consistency replaced impulsivity. Trust had to be rebuilt slowly. Hollywood did not rush back, and failure was no longer tolerable. Small roles, oversight, and contractual safeguards became proving grounds. These years were psychologically transformative, shaping his career and personal life. Rebuilding identity, reputation, and self-respect took patience and persistence. This period laid the foundation for his eventual comeback, proving that true redemption is rarely instant. The public rarely sees these formative recovery years, but they are crucial to understanding the durability of his later success. Downey's comeback was grounded in honesty. He never denied addiction, minimized damage, or glamorized chaos. When a fledgling superhero studio considered him for a lead role, executives hesitated, insurance balked, conditions were imposed. Downey agreed to every safeguard, demonstrating that reliability matters more than talent alone. His performance redefined his public identity. Wit, vulnerability, arrogance, and humanity delivered flawlessly. Hollywood noticed. Redemption was earned through consistency, not charm. His story resists simplification. Brilliance and self-destruction can coexist, but recovery demands sustained effort. Downey's dark past contextualizes success. Triumph without struggle feels hollow. Survival achieved through accountability resonates. Today, Downey is respected not for flawlessness, but for accountability. Volatility has been replaced by reliability. Few escape the consequences of years of public scrutiny, but Downey did. Through repair, not denial. His dark past makes every achievement earned, every comeback meaningful. The story grips audiences because it shows that even near-total self-destruction can be overcome with persistence, honesty, and hard work. Downey's life proves that talent alone is fragile. Survival requires relentless effort. His past is inseparable from his present, demonstrating that the cost of rising from chaos is lifelong vigilance, and that brilliance is most impressive when it emerges from adversity.